There is no intro. I've just gotta make sure we're live first.
Fair
Um,
enough.
Okay, are we?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see.
Lights, camera, action.
All right, we're live, boys. Okay. All right, we're live.
Okay.
oh,
We're live. We're ready to go. All right.
We are we are of the live.
All right. So what's going on?
so
Twenty. You want
how's
to
April?
you want to talk about your shit,
So how's April Fools? You guys did something
dude?
fun?
You're a dick. So
uh,
all right. So here's the thing. Eh,
hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Our friend's birthday is at the end of April.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I told him I was all like, we're gonna throw a huge party for you, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Everything's gonna be good.
too,
I told
too
him,
bad.
I
Too
told
bad.
him, I told him that we were gonna rent like we were
A place,
gonna.
right?
No, we're not gonna rent a place. We were gonna have it at his backyard. We were
Uh,
gonna be outside, and we were going to
oh, are we just gonna grill?
No, like we were gonna grill, and like I told him that we were gonna buy like a huge speaker, one of those outside speakers, and
Oh,
Yep.
we were gonna blast music and everything, and we were gonna have a
Wait,
good time.
Bose speakers or just Sony speakers?
Huge
oh,
What kind of?
Bose. See, listen, Bose has, I believe Bose and Sony are both good. I believe they're
Mm-hmm.
equally all right.
they're really good. I don't really mind about it. There's nothing different about it. But like, were we planning to do karaoke? I mean, I was like me.
Not karaoke, but there is a karaoke place over there by Annandale, isn't there?
Yeah, there was.
There's like a room. There was.
Oh, that's true. I really want to hear you guys sing with your hearts.
Oh hell no!
I
I'm
don't
not
think
put
I
you
can
singing.
sing.
Ah, you guys are no fun.
Do you sing?
I mean, if there's a
I
group,
mean, I sing it like
If we
like
listen, if we go to that karaoke place, I would sing.
all right, I like that.
If we go, not not
Okay,
just
it
like
can't be just you and me, all right? It's just that's kind of gay.
if
but if John and the other ones and his brothers and his other and our friends are actually want to come and sing, I feel like I'd be down for it. It'd be fun. Sing Mulan.
Mulan. Where
Yeah,
did you
be
get
a
Mulan, what?
man.
Mulan?
Yeah, make a man out of you.
Why would you want to sing that?
Cause everybody should know it, right? Do you know it?
I don't know it. I have look.
I
I've never seen.
I have a
I
small
first saw
little
I
Okay, what
video.
what kind of Disney movies do you actually
I
watch,
first
huh?
saw Mulan 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Like the first movie,
The
like
first movie. I already knew about it. Like I already knew the premise, but
okay, okay.
I saw it in full. I probably saw it as a kid, but it wasn't that memorable.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Mulan.
Are you not like a fan of Disney movie?
I am a fan of
You
Disney
say,
movie. My favorite Disney movie is Toy Stories and Monsters Inc. Like my first Toy Stories is my favorite Toy Story.
I like Mulan because it does give a bit of symbolism, in my opinion.
Isn't it? Cause
I mean,
okay,
it has some symbol too.
Mulan's
How
a
it
good movie. I'm not saying it's
yeah,
not. It's a good movie.
I like hmm, Lilo Stitches. Yeah, Lilo Stitch. I like Lilo
I
Stitch as
haven't,
well.
dude. People were talking about Lilo and Stitch. I haven't seen that for my life.
Tell me you don't. Oh, come on.
I
You're
haven't seen
you're
that.
joking.
I haven't seen that.
Okay, after this progress, we're gonna watch Lilo and Stitch, the
Okay.
movie.
I have Disney Plus. We can watch Lilo and Stitch.
Alright.
Do you have Disney Plus, Issa?
I do not. No,
You do not. Well, let me tell you, you're not missing out on anything. Like
I'm missing. Okay,
you're missing
okay.
out on nothing.
Here's the tea. I technically watched The Mandalorian, but like through reactions.
Do you want to watch it
Uh,
illegally? I know how to get it illegally, just through me, cause I'm the one who fucking has Disney Plus. I'm telling you, man, we can all watch like a group session. That's what I did with my friend Darlin the other day. We saw this movie
Hmm.
called Good Boys. We just saw it the other day. Yesterday, we were just streaming it. Well, I was streaming it, and we were just watching it together.
I was watching a with some friends of a Netflix movie called Being a Wallflower. Have you seen that
Wallflower.
movie? Yeah, something about Wallflower. It's like a kid who was molested by her aunt,
Woo!
and
Whoa.
he's been traumatized throughout his high school life. And he's just because he's a wallflower. Like if you look at the definition of it, I'll look at the definition for a wallflower.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Um,
I think this is my first time hearing that.
so a wallflower in Urban Dictionary saying that a wallflower is a person uh, who is
Go on.
who is introverted and separated from the crowd, usually at a party. Not particularly shy, but reserved. When surrounded by a lot of people and big personalities, not really knowing what to say, so came across socially awkward. This person will blend and become almost invisible to others, and they choose to stand back or rather than getting involved or just observe. To be honest,
Okay. So is this kid like just being bullied all the time?
no, it's like you know like how animals are like they actually observe you before they engage
That's how
because it's
cats
like
react.
yeah it's like cats because like if you actually seen like a pet cat or if you just met the cat for the first time,
Okay.
the cat just doesn't go to you, they actually stay away you at first, but once you just chill it or vibe it, whatever,
Vibe it.
I
they tend to come up to you and see what you are, and maybe if you're nice they maybe remember it. It's
Are
like
those crows also? That's what crows are.
yeah, they crows. Yeah, you could say about crows because crows are very smart. I'll tell you what. Because there's like a video about how crows teach themselves to voice stuff. So let's say, for example, they actually tested they made a fake dead crow, and they interacted with a dead crow. They could beat it, and all the crows are surrounding it, all they murmuring each other, but they see the same mask. So whenever they
Oh.
see the same mask, they begin to crow and get very aggressive. Or I might as well just try to attack it or stay away. Watch out. Don't go near it at all. And if you're a different person, they don't see you at all. They just see you as I guess, like normal person. They just tend to not avoid much than they usually do. It depends on how dangerous they based on instincts. I'm guessing. Like if you like feel like a present, like you have that tingling in your feeling, like you don't want to bother him. Like in high school, you walk in and there's some big guy coming out around by you. You just try to tend to avoid it, right? Because you don't want to engage it, right?
Okay.
hmm
So rather than engaging, you're just like avoid the situation. Because what's better than not getting hurt is to avoid anything.
Mhm.
It's just being safety before doing action.
All right.
And yeah, I maybe like Percy, you have Netflix, right? We can
I
we
have
can watch
Netflix.
that as well. Yeah, we can watch that one.
The one that you were
I
suggesting.
really, I really like that movie because it really kind of changed back in middle school. Like my sister showed me a DVD for that. I don't know where it is, to be honest. But anyways, this whole this whole news,
Situation.
um, yeah, it's so stupid, man. Honestly, I don't know. Like, have you like you guys search up like in YouTube videos, like they give you information about the COVID dash 19, right? They just tell you
hmm
information, right?
Dude,
Yeah.
if you go to any YouTube like
They
video
put
that
they put
like
there,
has
right?
COVID on it,
Mm-hmm.
it's like right there. It's right underneath.
Yeah, it's right there. Like you only know what it is. You never know what the hell it came from. Like they all they pointing is at China, and I'm trying to research it already.
You don't know where it came from?
Well, since I research it now, I actually seen like so I'm looking at like a Science Daily. saying that it came from uh, Wuhan from China. It was recruited last year. So because that COVID-19 scale was an outbreak, right? And what's interesting is that they first known this illness caused by this coronavirus emerged in 2003, with severe respiratory syndrome, all the illness that cause you breathing troubles and etc.
Okay.
And it tells me like how it causes because of natural evolution. And the scientists found that a RAB proportion of a SRR a CoV-2. It's like another another little cell. It's like a spike proteins. It just goes outside the human cells and I guess like blood pressure. I don't know. It's a lot of things that I still confused. Like there's still more, right? To find out how it came out to be this way, right? Because China just hid it. It just hide it
Okay.
for us, anybody in the whole world. And then now it just popped out and just like, hey, you know, it's like a game of plague, and just you just spawn in China. It's like, there it is, the breakout. Ah, we're all dead. Oh no, I'm gonna hide. Take all the toilet paper. I don't know.
Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer, yeah, that's gonna save you. 99% of germs can be erased instead of 1%. I love that. And I was just watching the live news
Okay.
for response of the coronavirus, to Trump trying to talk about it, and if you watch it, he just mentions about I'm trying to see, I'm trying to look.
Go on. Well, Fauci, what's his name? His name is Fauci, right?
Yep.
Fauci says that. So Fauci says that the line of COVID, it's gonna start to straighten out. Like he says that
Yeah.
you're gonna start to see a line. But as soon as like they see the line, the
Like
amount
a
of
curve.
like yeah, you're gonna see like a curve.
Hmm.
That's what he's implying. He says that you're gonna see a curve. You're gonna see like a nice line, and he says that as soon as you see that line, right, almost everybody is fucked. And everyone asked him. Everyone said, "Fauci, why do you think this?" And we're like, "What's wrong?" He says the number of deaths are gonna spike when he sees a curve.
Is that supposed to be
Well,
a bad
yeah.
thing? Is that supposed to be a bad thing about it?
Of course, it's a bad thing. 20 people are gonna
More
die.
people are dying, but I mean, unfortunately, the people
Like, have
that are
you
dying
heard it
are
from the
like,
news from New York? Like in the video I was saying about the live. Sorry, I was just glimpse of it. Trump was just being very vague about how they're gonna tackle against the whole outbreak in New York, since there's jobs are being let go,
How
money,
bad is New York right now?
pretty bad. Like it's like a hot
it,
spot.
it's locked down essentially.
It's a hot spot
Is
for
it
It's
hella
been locked
lockdown?
down. Yeah, like it's completely closed essentially.
Dude, that's
it's a hot
I
it's a
fucked.
think
hot
it's
spot.
been, I think it's been closed for like 18 days now.
It's like the Last of Us. It's all day.
Essentially,
It's
yeah.
close. Nothing you do.
The streets are empty.
Is it all just like, oh, dude, that's what needs to happen with the East Coast. Because the East Coast
They,
shit is happening so much right now. We have
Oh hell yeah!
we have had 1,500 cases, I think, and it's growing.
In
Cause
Virginia.
in Virginia, cause people don't know how to stay the fuck inside. We used to have like 600, or like
We did.
now America's like
we
skyrocket.
used to have that. We used to have that in Virginia, but then that shit just spiked because everyone thinks because the nice weather is outside, everyone should go to the beach and stuff like that. And I'm like, you're
Oh
fucking
yeah,
crazy. Why the hell would
yeah.
you do any of that? What the fuck is wrong with you? People are so. Fauci said that like the amount of people who go outside just because it's a nice warm day or like it's nice to feel the breeze or
It's
some shit is
like-
like the most. It's he said it was the most selfish thing someone could ever have done.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, he's kind of right.
Have you seen that news about Florida and like you mentioned about like people going to the beach? Like
Yeah.
it was so crazy. There were hundreds
I
of them.
heard what's the place called? I think it was called Georgia, where like the mayor of Georgia wanted beaches to be locked down, but the governor decided to open them up. And the mayor was all fucking annoyed and pissed off at him, saying that you are the reason why people are dying. And I was
So
like, damn, bro.
here's stats of the world meters, right? USA total cases are 466,969 cases. New cases in the last time 31,000 or 32,000 to round up. And the new deaths are about 2,000. I mean, it's a little fatal, but the amount of deaths that increased for that one is kind of sucks. Really sucks to be honest. And I don't know if is it just like America being free and all, but I think we just need to just do some law.
I personally believe.
Just for the benefit for us.
I personally believe that it's gonna probably affect the entire country. Like,
I mean, yeah, it's gonna affect our
like
country.
it might like the entire area is gonna be fucked.
I mean, isn't it already doing that though?
No,
Yeah. I feel like it. I have a
no, it
feeling.
wasn't. It was like, dude. So there's so the shit. I forgot when was it, but the news. There was this one where cell phone companies admitted to tracking people on their phones, right? They
Mhm.
admitted to doing that because they wanted to see where people were at during spring break, and they were tracking where they all
I mean,
went.
that's understandable
I mean,
because
they did the same thing
So
in South
they
Korea.
so they said that they were spying, and I was like, well, that's fucked. Everything's gonna get screwed.
the thing is, like, I think the government that we have right now, I think they just walk to their own, they just shot their own foot, like, to be honest. Because the moment they just, like, they give out their own secrets, like, oh, we actually did track it down. Like, a lot of conspiracies are just, they just got their whole theories as a freaking fact. The government actually is watching us at this very moment. I mean, in my phone, like, you can track me all I care. But I'm staying home and doing my part just to help and not spread, not getting this whole virus worse. This whole outbreak is
I still
stupid.
go to work.
I mean, yeah, you do work.
I still go to work, so that's kind of fucked. I go to work tomorrow at 2 p.m. and not 6 in the morning. At least that's good. What I hate about the whole situation though is the fact that my job just keeps changing the schedule every fucking hour, man. It's annoying. Like they said they wanted me to work like shit, what was it? 6 what is 6 to like
Six to
6
what?
to
Six to
8. They wanted to make me work like an 11 12-hour shift
Damn.
That's too much. I
from
think they should.
from
They
6 in the
should die
morning from 6 in the morning like 13
to
like
8.
like 6 in the morning to 8.
That's a lot more than 12.
They wanted me to work like from 6 in the morning to 8 p.m. and they saw no problem in not telling me a single thing.
That's a
They
shit.
did this.
That's a shit management.
I was all
That
They
like
did.
shit.
I was all
No,
like,
They did
what
this.
the
that is
fuck
shit
are you
management.
thinking?
You know why? Because that really hurts you and the business. Because if they don't tell you what it is, like my manager, she at least give me consent how I feel. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I'm doing bubble
They don't
tea
want to tell me
because
though, cause they don't want to lose either, cause they're all like, oh no, cause like we
I
need
don't
you.
I don't think they're selfish.
They
Like you said,
are, they are,
they
they
are
are selfish.
selfish. I think you should do is just quit. Or I mean, that's up to you. My suggestion is like just quit. It's just find another job.
It's like
Find a job that like that they care They don't. It's not like they care for your
Here's
concern.
the thing though,
You
I
know?
was doing so well with that company, right? The company was paying me well. They gave me a raise. They gave me more
So they
hours.
gave you
They
a
gave
raise,
me
right?
more hours. Like I was making good money. Like I'm not gonna lie, right? The money did matter. I was making good money, and everything was going all right in my life, right? I was exercising, went to the gym. I wasn't eating that much, and like everything was going good, and fucking some Chinese dude decided to get hungry
Yeah.
and fucked my entire life up.
Oh,
But
that's true.
are you okay with being like this situation, even
Look,
though the
everything,
money's
dude, every like legit,
everything
everything
comes with
was
money.
going legit.
If you have the
Everything was
money,
going
that's up
fine
to
though.
you.
Everything was going fine though, cause like my family was planning to move to like a bigger area, and everything was hitting the target. And then the Chinese dude decided to get hungry. He decided he wanted to eat bat instead of chicken.
Yeah.
Wait. That's just a rumor. I don't think it could be a fact.
He
It
ate
could be
he
something.
ate
He
bat.
ate a bat.
He ate a bat. That's how it started.
You really believe that?
He did.
Well, I mean, it had to start somewhere.
That's what
It
it.
did.
That's how they.
The transmission did start from an animal and into a
That's how
human.
they officially said the story. What? How did you think it happened? How did you think it went down?
I would say it's an animal, but I don't. I'm not saying I'm confirming it's a bat. Okay.
It's
I
a
still believe
bat.
it. Okay.
They either think so. There's two possibilities. They say it could have been a bat or a Komodo dragon.
No,
I'll
I've been
believe the
hearing that it
Komodo
was
dragon.
another like.
I'll believe the
Uh,
Komodo dragon.
I heard that there's a rumor that it
Their
might have
their
come
venom is
from
pretty
a
good.
armadillo-like
It's
animal.
cause, dude, have you heard the stories of Komodo dragon? Like those shits will fucking kill you.
Dude,
Yeah,
those things are huge.
I mean,
Like,
it's their venom.
like,
That's the reason. The moment
dude,
they bite you,
they don't even need to like kill you on the spot. Like as soon as they just give like a little nibble to you, as soon as the Komodo dragon gives you like a little nibble to you, you're fucked.
I'll believe
it's
the Komodo
over.
dragon, because the venom is pretty strong and it can kill you pretty easy.
But it's not venom what we're talking about. It's traced to bats. It's like it's already been proven that it's traced to bats. Do you not understand the severity of the situation?
Yeah.
Like that's how bad it is. And just cause aren't bats expensive? There have to
No,
be.
they're
No.
pretty cheap.
If they're
Aren't
cheap,
they like kind of like bushmeat?
dude, if they're cheaper than chicken, then that's just fucking stupid.
Dude, you can just catch with a
If
net.
they're,
You
you
can.
can't. No, you can't. Not here. I don't know how
In
common it is in China.
yeah.
In
You can,
Wuhan,
anything you can catch is that one. All right. Chicken, you just put it right there, right?
it's the
You
same
just
situation
wait.
with SARS, because
Yo.
SARS happened because of a fucking animal. Have you noticed that
Mhm.
all of the deadliest diseases in the world is because of a fucking animal? It's because like AIDS is because somebody fucked a monkey. Corona is because
Yeah.
somebody decided to eat some bats. SARS is because somebody decided to eat I think it was like not a Komodo dragon, but some type of lizard. Like legit, that's the reason how SARS came to be, because somebody got hungry and decided to
It-
eat a lizard
Eat some
at the
exotic
same
food.
fucking area, the Wuhan market, at the same Wuhan wet market, same fucking
It's
place.
it's either from animals or like diseases that come from like different animals that huddle together
Can you
and make
actually,
this new uh
can you actually,
disease.
can you actually just blame that person who actually ate that one bat?
Can we
Can you
find
blame
that
him?
person?
Can you actually blame him or her or it? I don't know.
I
Like,
mean,
you don't know his situation. You know, yeah, he may eat it.
He will.
He will eat it, but like maybe dude, China's pretty shit in that country, bro.
Dude.
It's have you seen China itself?
It's
Have you
because they
even
don't.
went
It's
to
because
China?
they don't want to. They don't want to give.
Dude, the air pollution is so shit.
Because they open
Like
up the
if you
market.
breathe in, dude, you know when you breathe in China, in the China
They
country,
open up the market. That's why they open up the
I
fucking
know.
market.
They
So,
open the market.
because in the '90s they opened up. Not the '90s, the '60s, right? At '60s or '50s they opened up the market to people, but the high companies who were in charge of cattle with cows, chicken, pigs, and all that were creating a monopoly. That's the problem. So then they open up wet markets for people
They
who were
just
like the less likely
it's
to.
just like exotic food. It
They
just
get,
puts in.
dude.
You can eat frogs.
So
You can
they
eat.
regulated it for a while until more illegal exotic animals started to show up in the wet markets. Like it was regulated to like only certain degree until like more people started to bring illegal animals like tigers, lions, and all that shit
Yeah.
that you're not supposed
Mhm.
to have at wet markets. And they put
Yeah.
him, and they don't even give him space. What they do is that they put him in like a little small 2x2 area, and they're all caged up. So like, if the top animals start pissing or peeing, it's all gonna get thrown down all the way to the bottom, and that creates fucking infection. And after that, somebody buys the bottom type of animal, right? They go home, they eat it, they get an infection, and then that infection starts spreading. That's how it
Yeah.
works. That's what happened with SARS, and that's what's happening with this situation.
So you're believing that this bat is
It's
also
listen,
it
listen.
was sick.
There's
No,
so
no. You
much.
saying
Listen,
no, no. Let's say
listen.
you saying
There's so much stuff.
I'm believing you're trying
There's
to
so
say.
much stuff. There's
I'm
so much
saying that
stuff that
maybe
factors in, but like
I'm saying that you saying that the bat was sick.
so much. I'm not saying
The
the bat was. Listen, we get it because like the bat doesn't have to be sick. We still get it either way.
yeah.
How did Ebola come to be? How did that happen?
I
Wasn't
know it
It
wasn't
was
an
a
animal. It
it was an
wasn't
animal
an
and a
animal.
monkey.
it wasn't an animal? I'm
It
pretty
was a
sure
It
monkey.
was an
It was a
animal.
monkey.
it was a monkey.
It's a baboon. I
Was
think
it not? It was another fucking monkey. That's what
It
it
was
was.
an.
it was baboon that maybe either bit. I don't think it's that's
I
No,
think
that's
it
what
was
that's what happened
bushmeat
with
again.
AIDS. That's what happened with AIDS. Because they were
Ebola.
fucking.
Ebola was probably bitten.
That's what happened to
I,
AIDS. That's why they were
wasn't
fucking.
it? Hold on. I think Ebola was bushmeat again.
Well, it was bushmeat.
I think. I'm gonna check that up.
Yeah.
Ebola was like I don't know. That's why. Listen, you know what's weird about AIDS? The whole fucking a monkey thing. That's why like if you, what's more susceptible, you're more likely to get AIDS if you do anal. Like, like if you're like if you
Yep.
do anal, right, you're 100 times more likely to get AIDS. 100 times
So
more likely.
so according to CDC.gov, the
CDC
Centers
is
of
garbage.
wow.
Why do you say
I'm
that?
seeing it's
Listen,
also from
did you not see how
airborne.
they handled it the first week that damn virus got to America? They didn't even test people. They only tested people who already were in critical condition.
That is true. Yes.
That's all
But I
they
mean,
they did that for. They did that for 2 weeks until the entire country called them out on their bullshit. They did that
fair
for
enough.
two
I
weeks
agree.
until the country called
So
them out on their bullshit,
it
and
doesn't.
then that's when the numbers started growing.
Okay, I understand. I know their shit, but I'm trying to find out where it came from. I'm saying they believe the virus is the animal airborne with bats or non-human primates. So it is monkeys, but it all goes to be from the bats.
Have you guys Issa, have you seen The Walking Dead? How spoilers for anybody watching the podcast. I mean, listening to the podcast. There's some people listening to the podcast, but like, have you seen the Walking Dead episode where Rick was talking to that doctor, and the doctor told him that they were all
Oh, season 1.
yeah, where like Rick's
Yeah,
Rick like they're
they
all
went
like
to the CDC.
they're all infected like
Yeah.
no matter what happens. That's exactly what Fauci said.
Bruh,
That
what?
yeah,
Really?
that's what Fauci said, and it scared the
Hold up.
and it fucking made me laugh. He's all like, cause like he didn't necessarily say that, right? I'm probably paraphrasing and exaggerating, but the way he said it was like exactly that entire scene from The Walking Dead. Because
He
what he said is that you can just get it from breathing in, from walking in the air where it's lingering, from just like touching the air that's lingering, from anything. So we're basically all infected. So just stay home, and you'll be fine.
No, but that's still during
You
the
know what's funny?
contagious period.
He said, "Who cares, dude? It's still terrible. That's why all the people are wearing
Yeah, but that
like it's all fucked."
You know what actually raises my question?
What?
So, like, based on the China,
Go on.
so like, based on the total cases, about 81,000, they
Mhm.
never mention about any new cases or any new deaths, no tests or anything. There's nothing, no data. I've seen scrolling down right now. I've seen tests left and right, like data are missing. Like up there in China, it should be some data there, but there's like
You don't
no
see
new
anything.
cases. No, they don't say any deaths. That was only thing that made me raise my question. Like
Tenfold.
I
It
don't
made you
believe
raise your
it's
question tenfold.
dude. I don't think it's 81. I think it's more.
Yeah, China's
I feel like it'd be number two.
China's been hiding
Here's the thing,
some
though.
of their numbers.
China, dude. I feel like so China's
If
definitely
you,
hiding numbers, right? But that's because they don't want to alarm. Dude, they don't give a shit about people who are dying. I'm gonna be totally honest with you.
I mean, it's a comedy. It's all based on the
No government power gives a fuck about people dying. What they do give a fuck about is the amount of like,
information
no, like
of
the amount of
this.
huge, like, all of the masses being terrified and demanding answers, and they're afraid about them being overthrown. That's what they're more.
That's true.
It's turning into an Alex Jones podcast. But like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what they're doing. Cause
So
like
eat the bats.
in reality, right?
Turn to humans.
They absolutely do not care.
Coronavirus.
They don't. They absolutely do not care about the people who are dying.
Yo,
I
guys,
get
Yeah.
you think the coronavirus because you think the coronavirus started because the water turned the frogs gay?
Oh my god.
I will believe that. It's like I believe it at any 100% about that.
Any type of Alex Jones type shit is hilarious. Like it makes my day.
I told you guys earlier, right? I just imagine like a crippling Chinese kid just sitting there.
Whoa, crippling.
Yeah. I'm just representing China at this moment.
You're not China though. You're not Chinese.
I'm saying example. I'm saying all the U.S., America,
You're not
American
Chinese. That's
boy.
racist.
Italy,
That's
and
racist.
other
He
ones,
is Asian.
and
He's-
they
that's
put the
racist.
mask just in
So is
front of
Putin.
him.
Putin is Asian and he's wearing a fucking hazmat suit.
Look,
True.
Did you see
What?
that video?
Tell me-
Did you see that picture
Yeah,
of him?
I saw like.
Oh
Are you
my
telling me
God,
I'm part of
fucking
them?
awesome.
Right?
You're not part of them. Oh, speaking of
Why you-
which,
why
like,
you-
have
what
you,
you saying?
Tuan, have you ever been outside ever since the whole thing, or have you been inside this entire time?
I went outside time to time. Just
Have
gathering,
you
getting
ever
some-
gotten any shit like at all?
Yeah.
Cause I heard there has been an increase in discrimination towards
Yeah.
like any person
Asian people?
any person who looks
I
Chinese.
was just walking. I was watching BJ's. I told you the story.
Yeah,
Percy,
go on.
So I was walking with
Mhm.
BJ, and he's an elderly couple. I'm not gonna say which race, but they're couple.
It was a black couple.
Alright.
It was a white
No,
couple.
Me
I'm not.
neither.
I'm not even saying race because
It was a white
It
couple.
doesn't. It's not. It's not the point.
It was a white
black,
couple.
White, Asian or not. We say actually Asian actually segregate themselves too.
I feel like Asians are the most racist.
Bruh,
But the
Hispanic.
point is that the elderly couple, like they're just talking to each other, right?
Okay,
And I get really annoyed because like
you're annoying.
they're just talking shit in my back, right? And went inside the store. So I kind of jokingly just like cough. Just
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
these elderly couple, they just like silent. And it's the funniest shit because like
Oh.
it just know that these guys are so selfish enough not to notice or say anything about it.
You just
I
called
mean,
him.
I may be just being a dick, or just I'm just making my point. How I guess Americans, us just being a little selfish these days, and
Yeah.
that could lead to how, like I said, the toilet paper situation after that whole week, that first week of the outbreak. Let me see. So, right now, in 2020.
You are absolutely, dude. That was the dickest thing you could have done. Hilarious, but still, it was kind of a dick thing.
It's tons. Like in the first hour, like maybe like the middle of the week, almost about 1 million toilet paper rolls been bought.
But what's scary now, right? What's scary now, well, in my opinion, is apparently you can like animals can now get it.
Yeah.
Animals can
Yeah.
get it and are now like they have the same symptoms and everything. Because there was a case 2 days ago where a lion in at the zoo got it because he was coughing and shit.
You mean the New York Zoo?
I don't know what zoo it was. I don't know
Because
what I don't know
I
what zoo it
heard
was, but one
I heard some
lion, one lion got it, and then he or like she had to get taken care of, and then six other lions who are with her started coughing, and they're coughing like really bad, like
Crazy.
it's really fucked up.
Yeah.
because I heard the same thing about like in the New York Zoo, some tiger got sick along
Then
with like
that's the one. It's
six
probably a
others.
tiger. It's probably a tiger. I'm probably getting the
Yeah,
fuck shit wrong, but like yeah, it's probably a tiger.
So I'm trying to believe that like it's based on scientific to be honest. Virus virus is like itself. It's not a living organism, and it only needs like DNA, RNA that needs that to replicate their own virus itself. So that human, wherever that person is, that got it, spread the whole thing. It just kept on grabbing. They kept on like they just kept on replicating themselves, and it's actually scary, but also fascinating at the same time because it's how it shows biology. It's gonna be a big deal to our own whole year at this point because we just have to. They have to find out. They need to find a vaccine. They need to stop it. But my professor told me, I forgot what's the thing, but he tells us like if anybody were infected, our body will somehow pass down to, I guess, an antibody and
yeah.
somehow be able to attack it.
No,
Well, I mean
so the
that's like
problem,
after like
so,
I'm just
um
saying after.
so the
Yeah,
problem, the
that's what I'm
problem,
missing after that.
no, but the problem with coronavirus is that first of all they attack it, right? Your white blood
yeah.
cells start to attack it normally,
Yeah,
but as soon as it manages to get an RNA sample and like it gets inside and starts like multiplying, what it does is basically like a mind control for your cells, cause
yep,
it will start to ramp up the amount of like immune system that it needs, even though it doesn't need it, and it'll start to kill off. Cause there's a I forgot what immune system cell it's called, but there's an immune system cell that basically kills your own kind from transforming into. It's like just like kill it before anything happens, right? It kills your own kind. What the coronavirus does is that it starts to ramp it up, saying that like every single cell is bad and that you should kill it. It starts
yeah,
to say it to yourself, like to your own cells. So then your cells start basically committing suicide.
yeah. That's how like
Mm.
how the HIV.
And
That's how deadly HIVs are,
when
right?
that happens, it fucking destroys. It usually happens around the lungs because there's a barrier, right? As soon as that barrier is fucking broken because of coronavirus getting in and infiltrating it, it just fucks it all up. That's how it works. And it's dude. You should if you want, you can watch the video. It's Kyrgyzstan. I don't know if you know that YouTube channel, but they made an info like a very informative video about the subject, and it's fucking crazy.
I mean, it's the same thing like the HIV. That's also a virus, right?
Yeah, it is.
It also gonna kill our own body. Cause sooner or
It
later,
makes you more susceptible. HIV, not AIDS. HIV makes you more susceptible to deadly viruses.
so is it AIDS that's killing your body?
AIDS is something else. I don't know exactly what AIDS are, but like yeah, it's something completely different.
That's good.
But AIDS does kill you.
I don't get the point of people buy toilet paper. Think that it's gonna save their asses every now and then. Like
It's
I
because they're
think
gonna
maybe
go. It's because they're not gonna. It's because they're not gonna cook for themselves indoors. So they're just gonna keep ordering
it's
huge
stupid.
amounts of
Like
pizzas. They're gonna keep going to
there's some
McDonald's.
people actually need it, and
They're
you're
gonna
taking
get Uber
you're
Eats.
taking 10 huge boxes of toilet paper. What the fuck are you gonna do 10 toilet paper? Make it stack of 4? Or I don't know. I don't know what you do with it. But it's just dumb. You know, it just hurts. It just hurts. Like it just like how I don't know how to explain it. It's like first first serve, first there, first serve. I don't know,
Okay.
but I'm just it's just not cool to like. I've seen videos of this like black woman who actually tried to take some like this lady's cart because she probably needed it, right? She just need one, and this other lady that was pushing that cart just like fighting her because she said that we buy it, we need this, but she's trying to be more, I guess, be reasonable and say like you don't need that much. I just need one pack, you know. Would you please be really good citizen? And just send one. Like it didn't end well. It just caused a ruckus. Like, have you seen videos of people
I saw
fighting over
that.
toilet
I
paper?
saw that CCTV video where the store was closed, right? And then the store was about to open. As soon as the store opens, you see just like an entire mob of people head to like the aisle where the toilet papers are.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Have you seen that? Dude,
Dude,
that's
Costco's.
fucking
So many
crazy.
people are running towards Costco.
Really?
Yeah.
Here, here's a. Oh, let me send you a video
Not right now.
here. Well,
But like
I was, but like, if you just take a look at it, like, you just see them fight.
people, yeah, people are. There was a tweet. It was probably made to just be made. It was probably just like a make fun of tweet.
Oh, this is the video.
There was
This
a
is the girl like, I
there,
just won.
there
The
was a
black woman was
tweet.
like, I
There was a
just
tweet
won.
made saying that people were more afraid of going out and buying necessities than the actual virus because like people go crazy.
There
True.
there is. I mean, it's. I'm researching like in my English research about like hoarding, and I'm basing on this situation.
Speaking
But
of school, how are you guys doing in school?
I
it's
mean,
okay. I
art
mean,
stuff. I'm on top of.
I am. Do you work, Isaiah, or did you get cut off from work?
I got cut off.
See, you're
Because
lucky.
initially, see what was initially was going to happen was like my job. They were going to cut all non-essential employees. I happen to be essential, so they kept me. And it was going to be only takeout, only Ubers, only
Yeah.
dining, no, only
yeah, that happened to me.
only deliveries essentially. But eventually, we got an email from the company saying like, yeah, we're just not going to deal with it. We're closing all
I
stores.
my manager also was doing that nearby my place. But the thing is, like, she was connected to another store in another place. So now we try to move our staff to the other staff to combine together, so together to as a team, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was the one that volunteered. This was voluntary work just to get money, right? So I was just like, sure. But the first week, I it was okay. Like it's not that hard, but it was kind of difficult since like it's all about being isolated and social distancing. 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 I don't know how you say it. Social distance.
Social
Mm-hmm.
distancing.
Anyways,
That's how you say it. Distancing, boy, distancing. Say
yeah,
it correctly.
Social distancing.
social distancing. I say it so bad, but I told my manager like she asked me if you want me if I should work or not, but like we kind of have full. She just told me to kind of lay off just a bit, and like if once the outbreak dies down, she would just bring me back and working at the same place.
I want see like I want my job to do that. I should have never agreed to the whole delivery thing cuz I'm not doing delivery.
Oh,
I am getting I am
did
getting
your manager actually ask you? Right?
I'm doing way less than what I normally get paid and
You're
I'm
doing
still doing the
less.
same amount of work
Ouch.
and I'm all like fuck. And I can't take it back now. I could, right? But that would end up in me getting fired. I mean, me getting fired and me quitting, which I don't want to do. What I just want to do is that.
And
What I just want to do is get laid off for a while
Maybe you could ask.
and then come back.
You could ask to get laid off for a bit.
Come
But
back when
I don't.
things have
But
settled.
like you said, your restaurant is fucking greedy.
They are. They're a bunch of greedy Hispanics. That's why. It's like they're all just greedy. Like the owner, I don't know what the fuck is going through his head, man. Cause the owner is just like
What does your
fucking
manager feel?
My owner, the owner, right?
If your manager is very uncomfortable with the situation, then I'll say your manager is not the problem. It's either your owner that's starting the problem.
How many cases are in Virginia
Oh,
Virginia?
I had that pulled up. Hold up.
at the moment?
4,042.
4,000 cases in Virginia? You're lying,
Nope.
dude.
That's a small piece.
We
but
just need a shutdown.
yeah.
We just need a shutdown in Virginia, cause as soon as that number is gonna grow in about 1 week.
It would
I feel
definitely
like
grow.
I give everybody just go on
I
a
give
shutdown.
it, I give it 1 week. I give it 1 week, maybe a week and a half. I give it 1 week and a half, and that's just gonna be like 9,000.
You want to make a bet how much cases gonna rise?
That shit's gonna be 9,000,
Hey, I'll say 12.
dude. Cause it's so stupid. I don't know why they would do such a thing. And now it's
I
just
would-
dangerous to go outside.
It
It's
is.
stupid.
I had to wear. I don't think it's not even the right mask recommended.
Okay, so I
'Cause, like,
checked.
there's. Oh, yeah, sorry.
I checked Fairfax. It has 690 cases.
690 cases in Fairfax,
Yeah.
Seem about right.
dude.
It's like it's gonna increase though.
That's just too fucked. At that point, what do you do?
I mean, 4,000 is a small piece out of
Listen,
out of
4,000
600.
4,000 in Virginia, right? Give it a week and a half. That's just gonna grow to 9,000. But before that, there has to be an absolute lockdown.
I mean, what if there's no lockdown? What are you
Well, I
gonna
don't.
do? There's no way to stop the situation because we're slowly going down very moment. I don't think I'd be. I mean, I'm willing to try to get my education passed through at this
Cause
point.
Texas,
Because I'm
listen,
doing
listen,
computer
listen.
science. And, I mean, I'm doing coding just inside. Fine.
listen,
It'd be
coronavirus
hard.
in Texas has 10,000 cases, and they already are doing like a complete lockdown.
I mean, yeah. If it's 6 to 10,000, they probably have to do a lockdown.
We're so close to that. We're just 6,000 apart, Twan. What do you not understand? What do
yeah,
you
I
not
know.
understand?
We're 2 fits away.
What do you
You could-
not understand, bro? It's like it's over. We're done.
Yours is- yeah. What do you mean? Are you telling me I don't know the situation?
You don't know,
Think-
cause you keep saying something completely different. That's what you're saying. I'm not
Okay.
coming up with the bullshit. You're coming up with the whole crap.
All right.
We're close to 1 million.
Well, the whole world is.
No, we're not.
What the amount of cases worldwide?
In
We're only
United
half.
States, in the United States.
It's only the halfway. to
I
point.
made a bet. Listen, that's how bad this situation. I made a bet with my coworker on Sunday, right? I said, "How many cases do you believe is gonna be, like, how many cases do you believe is gonna like, the amount is gonna increase to by the end of this week? This week right here, right? By the like Sunday." And I was all like, "I'll be damned if it's not at 500,000. If it's not at 500,000, then we're doing something right. But if it's over 500,000 or exactly 500,000 and more, we are completely fucked." Like the
I mean, we're at 427,460.
no, we're not. We're at
Hold on.
we're at 464, and I got that from less than 15 minutes ago.
I'm looking at the CDC official website.
I'm at the coronavirus worldwide thing, like the whole place
Oh.
dedicated to the thing.
Yeah, that's more updated. That's
I
updated
got-
more frequently.
I got. It says United States has 464,000, with 800 and counting.
I want to bet it's gonna be over. And we're
When do
just gonna
you
pass.
when do you think it's gonna be over?
You think it's gonna go over?
When do you think it's gonna be over?
Whenever the vaccines finish.
The
Well, it would
vaccine's not
take.
gonna
We,
finish.
we could have a year
A
until a
good
No, it would
vaccine.
take more than a year.
a
Because,
good vaccine.
the vaccine's gonna take tests. And since this
Well, yeah,
COVID-19 is it's a new virus,
But I
we don't
heard
even know how it's gonna even finish.
yeah,
but
but the United States is already testing
I heard they're already testing it
They
the
though.
don't.
vaccine.
They don't have a slightest idea
Cause what they're
where they're
doing,
gonna try to find a cover.
cause Tuan, what they're doing is that they're using like vaccines that have been used for like some viruses before, and they're seeing if that's compatible with Corona, and then they're doing a
Yeah,
bunch of shit. That's what they're doing.
but that's like a 50-50 chance that you could die from.
But who knows? That's why they're testing. That's why they're testing it right now.
I'm just saying.
At the moment,
It
they're
doesn't.
testing it.
All right, I know they're
Now
testing
here's the
it.
thing. Now listen to this. If they make a vaccine, right?
Hmm.
Are they gonna sell it or are they gonna just give it to the public?
I feel like you should give it to Rick at this point.
See,
There are plans to
If
distribute
you
it
make
for
it to a
free.
sellout, that's just, dude. I I think the whole world would just go freaking devastated. It would be like Resident Evil.
is it gonna
Well,
now listen? Is it gonna be like free to get like the flu shot is, or
I feel like if they make like that, everybody will be free to this thing.
there's
If
gonna be
that's the case,
there's gonna be line
that's
after line on every
yeah.
pharmacy and every hospital and every
But
location, right?
that's better than just selling it. You know what I mean?
What are the
What if it's
chances?
what if it sell it to a higher price that you can't afford?
Now, what would be
I can.
ironic? Now, what would be ironic is if China came up with the vaccine. Will they sell
Then
it? Will they sell it for a price,
that's
or
up that's
will
up
they
to
just give it away?
that's up to China, because China is a different
But
government.
now it's
Now.
that's what I'm saying. What if like it's a whole new government? What if America
I don't
finds? What if
I
the
don't think
UK?
I don't think China is gonna give away to the whole world. They're gonna just do it for themselves
It's
because
over.
better
Yeah.
just better for themselves and not to anybody. If U.S. actually finds a virus, I feel like there's 50-50 chance 75 chance they would just give it to the public.
The United States.
And that's why I say 20% they might sell it because economic is kind of
They're
going
probably gonna sell
down.
it for $5. It's gonna be like a Dayquil Nyquil type shit. You just
Maybe.
drink it, and you don't have it
Be cured.
anymore, and you're fine.
Be cured.
Now will
Yo, do you guys think this might be like a flu kind of thing where it comes back like once every year?
Oh, it could.
well,
See,
the difference between
that's
this
what
and the flu
Because after
is
winter,
that
winter
with the
after
flu,
wintertime.
once you get it, you know within the very day or the very like next day. And with
yeah.
this shit, you have a 14 like you can either get it in the first 8 days or the first 14 days. That's when you know you have your symptoms. If it does become a seasonal thing or yearly round, then the vaccine has to be free, right? They gotta make it free.
If
Mm-hmm.
not,
That's
that's fucked up. That's
How long was it ago where you had to pay for your flu shot? I remember that. Didn't we have to pay for it?
we did for a little bit.
it's not anymore.
I
Like as a kid, I remember.
I
I mean, now
I
it
remember-
now it
Whenever
just
I
kind
was
of became
8,
like a thing to do.
I had to kind of pay out.
but no one does anything in the world for free. Let's be honest.
No.
That's true.
I mean,
I mean, most medical insurances cover it.
but
so.
what? Let me research how bad was.
Cause there's no way anything like that could fuck it up.
How bad was the flu?
Sorry, I was drinking water.
I'm trying
Yes,
to
same.
checking like how bad was the
The blue kills the blue. The flu
the,
The blue.
the flu
flu-
apparently
the flu
kills
kills
20,000 20,000 50,000 people each year. Apparently.
Yes.
Or not apparently, but that's what statistics are telling you. Am I right or am
Yeah,
I wrong?
I'm looking at worldwide, saying that estimates puts the deaths closer to 7 stores with dying hours and ill. There was a
Dude, dude,
if it's worse than the flu, they gotta put 3.
Virginia has 4,042 cases.
I say if
Yeah.
it's worse, if it's gonna be worse than that's for the flu, I should think they should put 3. But then again, America is a capitalism. So the price there, like you said, if you have medical insurance, right? You said that's $5 because you have medical, right?
Yeah. Medical insurance, yes.
Like it's a yo, you get it free because your medical insurance pays for it, right?
Yeah.
So
Supposedly.
supposedly, right? But there's a price to that under that you take care of it. How I actually wanna say like discuss how much would this vaccine for this COVID-19 would. One of you guys wanna guess this one? Like
Well, I mean, it's depending if they can manufacture the supply. Sure, you can develop a vaccine, but can you develop enough of it and have like good quality control
At that point, it's just
of it?
copy and paste, right? Just.
I mean, kind of yes and no, because like on what I know, yeah, you could just make it, but I mean, you also have to like be very precise how you make it.
How exactly it is concocted and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean. When it comes to
because
that,
like if it's a little bit off, the entire vaccine's on. That's what I know.
oh, true, that is kind of fucked. That is pretty fucked. You are pretty correct.
Hmm.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
so fucked though. Like, Jesus.
these
Yeah.
vaccines are average from depending what age you are, can vary up 12 to two $200.
True, but we got to keep in mind that this is like a pretty
Pretty
well,
new
a
one.
very brand new disease.
So, dude,
So
That
I'll say about
the rate of how they're
300.
handling it though is pretty good. Not gonna lie. When it comes to doctors, because they're already pushing out a vaccine, and it's already been like a month since everything started spreading wildly.
I mean, that's a good thing. They're trying to recover.
So
That's always a good thing.
statistically wise, right? Damn.
hmm
Virginia has 4,042, right?
Yeah.
And Fairfax County has 570.
It's
Prince
571.
William has 263.
Oh, this is cases, sir.
Arlington has 254. Loudoun has 238.
By end
And
of
that's it.
Wait, out of curiosity, how's Richmond?
What do you mean? Richmond?
Like the amount of cases at Richmond.
What is Richmond's county?
But pretty sure it's just Richmond.
Is it just Richmond?
Yeah, I mean it is the capital of the state.
Yeah.
How is Richmond doing?
I'm gonna check that.
Yeah, you want to check that out. I'm not sure exactly. Like, who knows exactly what could happen, but like, still.
All we gotta,
So
all we
would it
have
be
to
also
do.
be dangerous? Because since Percy, so you said that animals can also be spread out, can also be
Yeah, so
infected as well,
dogs can
right?
get it and stuff like that,
Bird,
apparently.
birds, any animal.
Yeah, but who has a fucking bird? No one gives a shit about those birds.
I do.
My art teacher has a bird.
No one gives a shit about those birds, bro. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Twan. I know you.
I was about
I
to
know.
say.
I know you have birds. That's why. That's why I said that in the first place. I was just fucking with you.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, because I'm saying, like, how are they gonna also, if we have a vaccine, right?
How are they gonna give it
What
for
about how are they gonna
animals?
recover all the animals that are infected?
Uh, it should be like a rabies shot. At this point,
Rabies shot?
it should be like a rabies shot. That's how it should be. But what I would like to know, right? The whole data wise, right? Data wise, how are kids gonna get affected by this? Not in the way of the kids right now. I'm talking
Like in the
about
But
future?
like future generations,
yeah.
Future?
like are we going to
Is there
talk
gonna
I
about
feel
be?
like
like
Is
in
there
our
gonna
future
be?
it'd be just be normal, like just like any other flu. Like,
I
oh,
don't, dude. Dude.
it's
they
coronavirus. It'll
they
be another
they might
season,
downplay
so
it, yeah.
try to get your shot.
There's gonna be a baby boom in December or January, maybe even like November.
Maybe even now.
Maybe even November. No, you idiot. What I'm saying is the amount of kids that are gonna be born. Like, I want to see if there's gonna
True.
be. I want to see if there's gonna be a spike in the amount of
There
kids
there
born in
is
November, December, or January of next
people
year.
are people are projecting that there might be a baby boom after coronavirus.
And I would
Yeah.
also like to see the amount of like the divorce rates. The amount of divorce rates, or the amount of
What?
marriages.
Wait, what came with divorce?
The amount of
Huh?
divorce rates, the amount of marriages, and like all of that, or like the amount of people who have broken up with each other. Cause listen, you have a family, right? Or like say you're married, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you guys only know to talk to each other like 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day. That's an exaggeration. 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day, right? Because you guys are busy, you guys travel, you guys do all of this. The
And
whole
now
COVID situation is going to make you like be locked down and stuck with your significant other for like a really long time.
I feel like it should be a problem,
Like
but I
Yeah,
feel
would you see a spike in divorce rates, or would you see a huge like
I'll see
down,
a
like a
slowly
low
increase.
number?
I'll say a slow increase, but not a spike. To be honest,
And domestic abuse, that too.
like
um,
I mean
The amount of domestic abuse.
in our like generation, I don't think we don't have a lot of love interest in days. We just chill here.
People don't get married anymore
Yeah,
because they know marriages is bullshit.
yeah.
That's what
But like
that's what they think.
I like I said, I don't think it'd be a high spike of
Do
divorce,
you
but more
believe,
like a slowly increase.
Twan? Do you
Slowly
believe,
increase. I'm not saying a spike. I say like a margin.
Twan? Do
You know,
you believe marriages are bullshit, or would you get married?
I
I'm asking. I'm
I
asking you right now as an
I
18
mean
year old.
I like to be very traditional. I like to be married.
You're a traditional man. You would get married.
Yeah, it's it's like I'm not saying that marriage is bullshit. It's something I want to go through.
Would you have kids?
I would
You would absolutely
if
have kids, wouldn't you? You dirty fuck.
shut up. What do you want to have kids?
I
Ellie?
absolutely would love to have a daughter.
You know, I want to tell my story how we went through this hell. All right, and I own things. All right,
How crazy would
but
it be?
but then again, like I said about like marriage and being it don't. I feel like it'd be slight increase. I'll say the spike because people still like on their phones and people we don't get that talking and that connection
Like I said,
people catching for clout or
like I
whatever.
said, bro, people don't understand the severity of the situation. They just downplay it, and they still go outside. They're still talking to. There's a fucking dude. I told you. Did I not tell you the other day? Over here in my like my back, quote unquote, yard area, like my like the back of my building, right? My apartment building.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like Fast and Furious and you see all those cars like together, and like they're all showing it off and like you
Wait,
got.
don't tell me they add.
That's
You've
exactly
seen
what
those.
just that's exactly what just happened back there like yesterday. Everyone was outside. They were showing off their cars, and like the
Are
families
they
were
doing like
there.
are they doing a
The
car race where they
families,
just
the
rooming each other?
families, the families were there, and they were just like showing off. And I was like, okay, what the fuck are these idiots doing? Don't they know they have to stay their ass home? Like they're the reason why we're getting fucked.
Yeah.
It's so stupid, and they don't take it seriously for any reason.
They don't
They don't
believe it.
want to. I don't know if they want to at this point. I
You know
believe.
the only thing the people would believe is with police force, military power that goes forth, able to do that lockdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lockdown will save or prevent us from increasing the new cases. You know, I that's just what I want to say right now. Is like if we do a lockdown right now, we will prevent ourselves from spreading this virus. I'll tell you that. I will believe in my heart that we will not spread it if we just lock down for maybe a whole month. If we just stay home, you know?
Because they now believe that it doesn't matter. I think that's the bullshit part. They don't know that it does, and that's gonna help That's gonna worsen everything.
People people are worst worst thing to people that just don't know what's going on out there without even knowing what's going to happen to you. You know, I had a dream yesterday
Okay.
that I just woke up like in my dream just to have this respiratory attack. I'm just having a hard time breathing. And I woke up falling down at my bed this morning. My back kind of hurt, to be honest.
Damn,
But
bro.
it really makes me scared because like, to have your lungs just shrink, shrivel, and just coughing, or try to breathe out air, or try to get all the oxygen just to make your try to live. But it was all a dream, and this was kind of scary. I kind of cautious.
It's 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 new. Like it's new. I like. Have you seen Have you seen tweets, Reddit posts, Instagram stories, and all of that shit? People have been crazy, or like people have been like the way they're handling the whole like situation about like the whole COVID thing, how terrifying it is for them is like pretty weird. And it's so interesting to see people to like try and handle it their own way and try and figure out exactly what they want to do. Have you seen people that have done
No.
that?
Can you show me like
There's
any clip?
I don't have a clip with me, but there's probably tweets that you can find probably on Google or some shit. But like people have been like nuts, or like not nuts,
Oh,
but like
oh, that reminds me.
they're like so
Have
weirded
you
out.
have you seen that challenge that um this girl that did the Corona challenge, and she started licking the bathroom little plate,
Oh yeah,
and that girl, I think Dr. Phil also was talking to that same girl.
fucking crazy ass guys.
No, it was a girl that did that.
I know.
Let me see. Uh, yeah, and ever since she did that, there are a lot of people. Um, oh my God, I just got a video right now. This a video from Dr. Phil. Find
Okay.
out what happened when a 21-year-old licked the toilet seat was Dr.
Yeah, just be careful on that. No, but like, what was I gonna say? Fucking, there was a guy who, what's his name? It was like this black dude. He had a YouTube video and everything, and it was so weird. But he was licking like the pole of the subway. Did you see that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
So there's this black guy. Apparently he's a YouTuber. He said that he was licking. So there's a video of him out there. You can find it where he's licking the pole of a subway as a coronavirus joke, as a way to
Oh
be
no.
as a way to be upset with people, right? That's what like as like a way for him to like upset people. And the police found him and arrested him, and he said that it was a prank. He said he said that it was an entire joke. That like everything that he did was just for publicity's sakes, and that he didn't mean to hurt anybody or do anything bad. That's what he was. That's exactly what he said. He even said that the tongue that he used was fake, and that you were able to buy it on the dollar store, on Amazon, and all this shit. I can't find the article with me right now. I wish I had it, but like that's exactly what he said. He's like,
Oh, I know. I've seen the video.
but it's his fucking fault. I don't know why you would do that. And then like when the police come after you and they're all like, "Hey, why would you do this? Why would you do that?" They like quiet. They're all quiet and shit. Like it's so dumb. It's absolutely dumb. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And but like karma gets him back because like he got arrested by the police, and I think he might be doing some time, but I don't know.
I seen it. That's just disgusting. That is literally sick.
You know what he said? He said that it was a fake tongue. That's what he said.
Okay, there's like another man who filmed himself licking bottles on the shelf in the supermarket. This is 2 weeks ago. It was so disgusting.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Dude, I have no idea what they're doing. I have
That-
no idea why they
it's-
want to do any of it.
I don't know. I don't care if it's a prank or not, but like, I don't think what you're doing is gonna help the people. Like, if you're gonna do for clout, good for you. You know what you did? You make a panic even worse. You make the whole world going get worse because you lick something what you're supposed to do. You keep your tongue to yourself, and whatever you just did, it's just gonna get worse later. I'm telling you, you're just gonna get locked down or get arrested for licking things or the stupid stuff, you know?
Hmm.
Because he did get arrested, and then he was like, I think he was crying
Like,
while he was being arrested or
I
something,
believe that
but I'm
I
not sure
believe
exactly.
like
but
children
he's
just to
stupid.
be sent to the ranch, just like Dr. Phil.
He's
Oh,
the
so you-
ranch. What is
Back
the
to
ranch?
the ranch.
What is the ranch? What are you talking about?
What
So
is it?
so Dr. Phil mentions this girl to send to the ranch. This ranch is like a program.
Okay.
That's supposed to be. So it's the ranch is basically a program. You be in the farm. You work with this lady to do like working for her. Like do what you do in the morning to become a farmer.
Okay.
You just milk the cows. You feed that, and you do hard work. You know.
All right.
You know. And I like that because like I feel like I would like to do that someday. You know. I don't know. It's just me.
You want to get sent to the ranch?
I mean, who I want to pet the cow. I want to feed the chickens. I mean,
Yeah,
that's just
but,
me. But I say I like it because it was a meme. Just sent them to the ranch.
That just sounds like a horror movie. What you're describing.
No.
Fucking.
That sounds
ranch.
like an episode from like World's Strictest Parents.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, maybe it's just me then.
It is. No, I'm just kidding.
I guess it's me.
It is. It is just you. Boop, 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 pussy lips. So now I'm fine.
So I feel like since everything's delayed, also like games are also delayed as well.
Oh yeah.
I heard The Last of Us 2 got delayed because
Yeah.
and the reason why was obviously because of COVID, right? But
Mhm.
you can buy games digitally.
Is Minecraft Dungeons gonna get delays as well? You
I don't
believe
believe
it also-
I don't believe a single video game should ever be delayed, because you can just release that bitch digitally.
Guys, question.
Yes.
Have you guys ever noticed ever since the Nintendo Direct they've been releasing like information about video games without a date?
Oh yeah, I did notice it, like in Nintendo Direct, like how they're posting like games. They don't even mention like what dates are gonna come out.
Yeah, they don't mention a date.
What do you mean, Nintendo Direct?
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay. So
usually in every Nintendo Direct Live, they usually say what date will come out. Like let's say in Animal Crossing was March, beginning of March
Do
in
they always say
2020.
that? Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah, believe so. That's what I remember. But
they always announce.
I seen a pattern that they don't even put any dates. So I'm wondering like some did they do this because they're unsure they want to release it? Because that's okay because that's fine because I understand the we all understand the situation.
Percy, I have something to announce.
Yeah. Oh, your girlfriend's pregnant?
No,
Oh,
I was about to say.
you're getting
I
married?
was like,
no, this is more serious than that.
You proposed? Nah,
No,
just
more serious than that.
Oh my
Like this
god.
is way more serious.
You got an abortion.
No, even more serious than that.
More
Like,
serious than
what
that?
did your
like okay,
parents did your
okay.
parents actually told you were
Go
No,
on.
like this is literally something that's going to impact the world. It's going to come like it's actually about to like happen right now.
tell us, spill the beans.
Okay. All ears at the moment. All ears.
Paulo
It's
said
all
hi,
yours.
and he would give you a hug.
Paulo said hi and he'll give me a hug. Oh, that's what's up.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw the stream. Hi, Paulo. Paulo says, I love you, homie. Can you raise the volume? I don't know how to raise the volume. I'll probably raise it the next time I do a podcast. It's probably my
Just
fault.
speak up, loser.
Okay, it's probably me
Yeah,
not talking.
use your outdoor voice.
Yeah.
I wonder how is Paulo. Speaking of people, if you guys are watching, if you guys are listening to the podcast, I hope everyone's safe, cause this whole
Yeah,
shit, this whole shit is like
Yeah.
crazy. So if you're listening to the podcast, hope y'all are staying safe. Stay indoors and don't you dare go outside.
and regularly wash your hands.
Also, keep in touch with your friends, and I mean like your best friend.
Yeah,
Like,
I need to text people, and people need to text me, and yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
that's what I love about Discord and the Snapchat group that we have. I usually try and text. I usually try and text on Discord, cause like it's way better. Cause like
Yeah.
more of my friends are on Discord
I
than
mean
Snapchat.
that's like a new platform after I was finished with Skype.
Okay,
You guys remember Skype?
dude,
Uh,
I used to
Skype
use. I
was
used
Skype
to
was the
use.
biggest thing
Skype was huge.
back in the day.
Everyone would
Skype
use
was
Skype.
huge.
Everyone would have used Skype to make videos. I remember those Minecraft Let's Players used to use Skype a lot.
I I think
Like every
YouTubers
time.
are changing a shift.
Everyone's
don't
been using Discord for like the past couple of years now.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just me, but like since this whole situation where like we're all had to stay home, I feel like YouTubers in general are sort of have this really weird shift. I don't know, it's just me.
What you mean?
Like
What you mean?
I don't know. It's like there's some things that I don't know. Like I look at other channels that I was part of, like Jacksepticeye or Blair. I mean, they're Mark is doing another channel. Ungus Bungus. I don't know if you've seen that one, but that's the channel that Ethan and Markiplier are doing.
Okay.
Jacksepticeye is doing a different content. It's just me. And then there's like the channel like I play Rainbow Siege and I see different content as well. So I don't know. It's just I see different shift. Maybe it's just me. I don't know about you guys. I'm
Go on.
wondering if you think that the YouTubers that you subscribe to feel like it's a little shifted.
Dude,
Maybe it's just me. I
the
don't know.
only I've stopped watching gaming videos. Well,
Well, why?
well, the only gaming quote unquote gaming YouTuber I watch is this guy named Wumpus Lewis. Mainly because he uploads CTR stuff, and I find those stuff like awesome. Because it gives me information about new updates that have come out for that game. But I've stopped watching gaming videos. Like I stopped watching like Vanos. Uh, I was never really a big fan of Mark or all those other. I would just say Vanos. Like you know how Vanos has a gaming is all gaming and
Yeah.
stuff. I've stopped watching stuff like that. I've gone into watching stuff like Scare Theater, Nexpo,
Mr. Nightmare.
Joe Rogan, Mr. Nightmare, stuff
Top
like
10.
that.
Top 5 nuke.
Joe Joe Rogan, if you guys, dude, I'm telling you, Joe Rogan's podcast is so interesting. I think I've like, don't get me wrong, I love watching gaming videos. That's how
Are you influenced by him, and that's why you be doing this?
I watch them sometimes. But Joe Rogan's a good podcast, man. I enjoy. I've always wanted to do podcasts since like 4 years ago, and I didn't start until this year. But even
Are
then,
you
but
are
even
you glad that we're all doing this?
I'm so dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be so down to keep going. But like, yeah, I've just stopped watching gaming videos. I don't know. I think it's just my fault. I think it's because I don't find them entertaining anymore. Cause like they're mainly the same thing, unless although Dahi the Nogla, right?
Dahi Denogo is always
He
been
makes
funny for me.
he makes good content, and it's mainly because of the editing. That's why, in my opinion. I've started watching videos made by Soft Willie, Isaac Y, and stuff like that. Those guys make content based on Discord, and Discord's not a gaming like
It's
thing.
just a
It's not-
it's just a
it's
social
just a place
platform.
to talk. Yeah, that's what I've been watching. That's what I've been doing.
Oh. I look up scary stuff.
That too.
Uh,
I've been so into
game,
that.
Yo,
game lore, funny videos, just gaming. To be honest, I watch some Animal Crossing. I I play League of Legends, so I watch new updates. I watch some playthroughs of Pokemon days. It's just because I'm bored, and I love Pokemon as a kid, so I just began to watching it as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, I just watch some more anime.
What video, dude? I would like to post a video centered around like a conspiracy and just have like a shit ton of information behind it. I don't know, but like that's what I'm into. That's what I enjoy doing. I also miss I also miss directing films. I used to direct some short films, but
Oh yeah, I remember when you tried to direct.
I used to direct short films,
Mhm.
and
I miss. I think I regret right now never being in a convention.
a convention.
Yeah, cause I had this like feeling. I was like, oh man, maybe I want to do a convention. Maybe I just want to join and see
I thought
what it's
I
like.
didn't I ask you to come join us to go to
Yeah,
Philadelphia.
but like I say, like I didn't want to go.
We
I
had
chose,
one more room for you, and we could like everyone could have paid less.
It was my opportunity was that was my lost
That
opportunity.
was your last opportunity, because now there's no convention, and
No.
not another Halo convention isn't coming up until like 2 years.
Yeah, I'm not saying I like that, but like anime convention or I said or Halo. I don't mind Halo. Just maybe just try for the first time. And
If
just see what.
if there's a convention and like
Yeah.
everyone agrees on going on it, I'll probably take you.
Yeah.
Cause now with my new car, we can all go on like huge long
Longer.
ass car ride.
Yeah. You know, I want to go to. I just be. Do you know that place in Los Angeles, that little heart attack place
Heart
like
Attack Grill?
restaurant?
The Las
Yeah, Heart
Vegas
Attack
one,
Grill.
Heart Attack Grill.
Yeah.
Dude, okay.
I heard if you weigh more than
That-
I heard if you weigh more than 300 pounds, you can eat there for free.
Yeah, you eat free. You're like 300 more pounds.
How much is for one burger?
They
What?
only allow cash.
Yeah, but like,
Why?
cause they just, that's St. Paul
Why do they allow cash?
I don't know. Ask the dude, not me.
That sounds fucking awesome. I want to know
I
why.
think they do this on purpose. They do that
I
on
know.
purpose.
I know that the dude tried to expand, franchise the restaurant in like
I don't think they should have.
Las
I don't think they should
Vegas.
expand it. That's just gonna create more
I
obese
mean,
people.
they
I just
did
That's
try
just
to
me, my
expand
dude.
it in like Las Vegas, I think, and Texas, but both closed pretty quickly.
Dude,
So
will it
yeah,
come to Virginia?
probably not. The state would probably
Percy,
say no.
are you desperate to
If it
want
comes
to?
to Virginia, I don't want to go inside the restaurant. I want to be one of those kids that you would see at like for
You're one of
Christmas.
those kids
I would just be
that like
outside on the glass, just looking at people eating this shit.
Mhm.
you're just gonna be that kid that just taps on the wall on the window, just
Absolutely,
breathes in and
absolutely.
breathes out, just like.
Dude, absolutely. That's absolutely what I would do.
Okay, so like for a normal burger, a single bypass is like $8.33,
Oh,
and like for a tuple bypass burger,
is it just a burger? Is there a
it's like
combo?
I know that they serve the fries for free. The
Really?
fries are bottomless.
What? Dude,
Yeah.
that's
Percy,
so
that
dangerous.
sounds like a great deal.
I
Eight
would
dollars.
I
Okay.
would
Okay.
go I would
Okay.
go
Hold
once
up. You
every
just
I would go once every 6 months.
hold up. I should tell
I'll
you
go
that this.
once every 2 years.
I need to tell you something. The fries are cooked in lard,
What do you mean lard?
Oh,
What the hell is
pure
lard?
lard,
large
pig fat.
Oh my
pog.
god.
Wait, can we take ticket to go?
I mean, and it says that they're still open, so
What is open?
it doesn't close till like 10 p.m. So I mean, if you guys really want to go, we can try to catch a flight and be there
Catch
within
a
1 hour.
flight. Objective mission: get a ticket to Los Angeles.
That I think, dude. Fucking hell. I think I might get a. I think I have a real ID. I don't know if I do, and I don't need any documents. So I'll just be heading along.
Yeah,
I think.
I mean,
that's
it is a domestic flight. It's not like you're going international.
No, yeah, that's what a real ID does. It takes you to domestic flights. Cause you don't need all the big
Yeah,
paperwork and stuff when you're taking a domestic flight.
yeah, because you're not leaving the country.
Yeah.
But wait, Percy, you only like videos that had stories. I like videos that are like I seen caught on camera.
You like watching
Right.
one of those caught on camera type shits?
Yeah,
I
that's
saw. Have you seen that video?
that's a type of me I like to see because like I don't know, I'm not say I scared of ghosts. It's just like I'm just fascinated. Like why going on? Why it's peaking? Why is
Have you
whatever?
heard of the There is a video about a parallel universe caught on camera, but it's just a reflection of a city in the sky. Have you seen that?
Hmm.
Oh,
I've
I
heard
think
about
you know what
that.
you're talking about. Like the clouds are just statued as like a buildings that reflects something to the
That
other.
yeah. Apparently that's like a reflection of the buildings in like a small town, and that's just fucking insane. When I first saw that, I was like, dude, that's a nice CGI trick. And then when the camera or like when there was a video the like uh deciphering or like debunking that whole shit and said that no, it's an actual thing. You can see it,
What
and
if
it's crazy.
what if our own world, let's say, for magic came to reality?
Do you
Like,
believe? Do you believe in parallel universes?
do you believe in magic?
I
Yes.
believe. Well,
Do you believe in magic?
what
I
magic? What
believe in
magic?
parallel
What
universe.
magics are we talking about? Like, what is magic? Describe magic to me. And is it the same thing as a magician's magic, where he's just doing fast
Like
hand tricks, or
witchery
what are you
magic.
talking about?
Witchery magic.
Witchery magic? I absolutely
Like witches, they do some voodoo shit and they just poof You are you.
If we're talking about like, I can probably try and believe it, but I'm not sure exactly how it would work.
Like the reason why I believe
Why
They
do
parallel
do
you
have a
believe?
universes.
price to it.
I
I,
do
I
believe it to an extent.
to what extent do you saying
To an
you stop?
extent where it can like magically disappear an entire place where like or like
Oh, like
stuff like
destroy the
that.
whole world? Just never say the whole
Or something
city.
like that. Some Avatar the Last Airbender type shit that I don't believe in.
Would you believe if the witches they came to our own, like they're a real thing. Like we know them. We're there.
Have you seen?
They're
Yeah.
like
Are you talking
do
to me
do
about
we
that? Cause
only will we only rely on the witches?
are you
Like
talking to me about that
witches.
because of did you see the whole witches caught on camera thing where the lady was flying?
Well,
Mhm.
I don't believe that way, but I just believe how I say witches say they can they have manipulate things that we can't do. They do things. They play with. Well, I don't know how to say it. They play with a demon. Hey, I'm fascinated how they work things around. I'm saying that because I want knowledge, and knowledge is something I say is value
What do you?
out of
Or
everything.
what is something you believe in that nobody else believes in, or like very few people believe in, cause like science and common sense.
That involves common sense,
Well, I don't know exactly how to say it.
or just like something
Like
that
no,
only
like
happens.
only things that people rarely care about, but you're the only one they do.
What do you believe in, Isael? What do you like believe in wholeheartedly? Like a conspiracy theory or some shit like that, like something unnatural.
Mm,
I believe that there's I believe that there's things underwater that we don't even know about, and there's reason why people don't want to investigate deeper on oceans.
well,
That's horror. I believe there's something in the bottom of the ocean we can still find, but
Do
yet
you
we don't
here? How
we
about
don't
this?
find for
How
our
about
own self.
this, Issa? Do you believe in aliens?
yeah.
What exactly
Because
do you believe in?
there is like literally no possible way that we're the only life forms in this universe. There has to be at least someone else out there, you know? Like, yeah, I mean, life forms, we must be either really far away from another civilization or just,
Now,
other aliens don't, want to interact with us.
now, do you believe there might be aliens in this galaxy alone? There has to be
In this
aliens in
galaxy?
there has to
Of
be
course,
aliens in this
Yeah,
universe,
of
but in
course,
of
this
yeah.
course.
galaxy,
In this galaxy,
in
yeah.
this galaxy, and our neighboring solar system. How about that? See, like
Probably,
I'm just
probably
like
not like,
I'm gonna just dense it down for you.
all right, probably like neighboring solar systems. Probably not, but like maybe like two solar systems away from us. Yes. I think it's kind of like apartment blocks. You have to walk a little bit to get to the next apartment.
That's the dude. It all leads back to the Fermi paradox thing, shit again, cause like they're saying that like there should be at least one living entity or like the same as humans in our or like not the same as humans but like one living intelligent life at least in the neighboring galaxy. And the reason why there isn't, it baffles science so much.
You know,
That's what's so
I
interesting about the Fermi paradox. Not to mention that like at that point scientists are all like maybe life is so complicated that they just don't exist.
yeah.
Or maybe to get to the place that we are at, right? The place that we are at, it is highly unlikely that any other world can do it, because they're saying that
I
there
believe
might have
that
been a
the
bunch of like rare
our
circumstances that cause us to do that.
like the paradox you mentioned. Like I believe that there's things that we watch, but we never know or never care because Heck, we don't have the advanced technology to even know where we're we're seeing by, and yet we're so funneled by our own self is that it's kind of scary. I don't know. You guys believe? I think the only thing I believe like mystical creatures.
Do you believe in
Like
mystical creatures? I believe
I I believe
dude, have you seen? So I was years ago. I used to research the shit out of Nephilim giants and how apparently giants used to roam the lands and how there were some caught on camera and how like there was like a massive guy in the 20s who used to be in like a circus and then he died and then like there was nothing else. But then science comes into play and starts saying that even if there were giants, that they can't live peacefully.
of course they don't.
Not
I
like
mean, yeah, with
not
that
like
Have you
size.
they can't
have
live
you
peacefully because of the way they are. Because they're too tall, not enough blood rushes to the head as
Oh,
fast as it
true.
can. That's what I'm
I was about
saying.
to bring that up. I was about to bring that up.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I
Like,
mean by like not living peacefully at all.
I still
I mean,
I
don't
don't
you?
really I still believe it. There's some mythical
I
creatures.
mean,
Like,
wouldn't
what are the
like
odds
their
you find
body be able to
a
adapt
big
to their
a
status?
really big beast, and saying that scientists are actually wrong at this point?
Now, now let me ask you this: do you believe in the whole fact that there might be like ancient ass uh, marine animals or like marine
Yes,
life?
Like mermaids and stuff?
I believe that
Not
there's
not
some
not not mermaids, but like
mar- yeah,
old
I believe
school
there's some marine
seafood.
creatures. There's some
Like
creatures
prehistoric
that live in the
creatures
water,
that survived
water,
Not
land,
not
or
extinction
not
period?
not not too prehistoric, but like close enough that could
Hmm.
still be living.
heck,
Where they like where
dude,
they like look
Percy,
off.
heck, I'll extend it to the fact that I believe dragons still exist, but we don't even see
Do you
them.
believe in dragons?
I still believe.
When did dragons
I,
originate? Who created such a story and would it
the
still be
medieval
possible?
ages that they believe that the fiery dragon
Now
coming
listen,
down.
do you
I mean,
think
there are two
now listen
interpretations of dragons.
when it comes to books like those, right? Like interpretation, I always think that they legitimately saw like some dragon like thing.
But it might be just Komodo dragon.
Have you guys?
I'm
It
just
might be the
saying.
Komodo dragon, just like huge.
It's just like a Komodo dragon, but like,
Did you guys see that painting? That like 12 12,000 like 2,000-year-old painting,
how
and there's an alien ship in the background.
You mean the one with the?
There's like an alien ship. There's a painting, right? You can look it up. There's a painting and there's an alien ship on the background and there's a man in the background staring up at the ship. Like he's looking up. He's all like, "What is
Is this
that?"
the portrait with the Virgin Mary in it with baby Jesus?
I don't know if it was that. It was probably like it might have
That
been
sounds
that.
very similar to it.
It might have been that. Have you seen that? Dude, that's fucking crazy. Cause apparently,
That is crazy, yeah.
and dude, it's even crazier when you take an artist's perspective on this. Cause apparently artists like to keep everything in the painting, cause they
No,
see it,
here's what you
cause they
gotta
see it and they
remember
like
about
it.
like here's what you gotta remember about like artists back then. Like there, people. Yeah, we wrote down stuff, but like no, like at the time, artists also acted as like archaeologists, or no, hold on,
it's
But
wrong,
they
still
wrong
write it, but
profession,
undisputed
but like
evidence.
yeah,
they
they write
they
it.
kept records
They
in
saw
their
it.
Have
paintings.
They did it cause they drew it cause they saw it themselves, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
have
There's
you
also
seen?
aliens. There's also aliens. There's also Egyptians who like have pictures of the exact same thing. They have like aliens and stuff like that, like or a UFO in the back, like an upside down plate in the sky. That's what they're seeing. That's what they're doing, and it's like fucking intense. It's like so intense, man. It's
The
fucking
fact that
crazy.
like the pyramids are like so perfect is confusing because
So there's a theory going around. Dude, I love this. I love this part. All right, this is a theory. This is a theory side of the podcast. But there's a there's a theory saying that like 1,000 years ago, or like not even 1,000, but like Like maybe a
A
thousand
long
years ago.
time ago.
Maybe like 1,000-ish years ago, civilization was pretty advanced. But we lost the technology to war, to power, and to natural causes, and we just like uncovered technology like that. Because apparently the Greeks, they said that the Greeks used to use steam engines, and that they were using wood, but that was like a strain on natural resources.
Also, there was like an Egyptian battery that
Not to
was
mention,
discovered.
did you see the apparently the Incans, the way
Mhm.
their buildings are architected is
Like
like
how the stand up
heavy.
perfectly matched
They
up.
perfectly match. They perfectly
Yes.
match. They're perfectly match. The fact that if you were to have like one of those cranes, construction cranes, come around and try and lift it up, it's heavy as fuck. Like you
It
can't
is
lift it up. You can't
the
lift it up
reason.
with like any normal crane that you have right now. How the fuck did they lift it up? And how the fuck does it look so good? Like it's like playing a broken puzzle. It's like playing puzzle. Everything fits into place. That's how advanced they say they were. Like it's so crazy. There's some tools. There's a fucking hammer that archaeologists discovered that they link all the way back to like the Ice Age, and it's not like some random stone and stick. It looks like an actual modern day hammer. Like it's crazy. Fucking
It's
insane.
kind of weird.
It's amazing, dude. Do the research on it. It's crazy. There's what's his name? There's this what do you call a guy who writes down maps or like who makes maps?
Choreographer?
Okay,
No.
so there was a choreographer. If it's a no choreographer is like a dancing move, but whoever like
Yeah.
whatever the name of a guy who makes maps, right? There's a man who lived around the 13,000s or 14,000s.
Calligrapher?
Calligrapher. I think that's what it's called, right? What happened
Mhm.
was is that he created the world map, right?
Oh,
And
and it had like
he detailed it.
Antarctica in it.
Yeah, he detailed it so well, and he also detailed the shit out of Antarctica. That like 2 centuries later, when they discovered Antarctica, they found out he was right about everything, about like
It's just
all the
weird.
Oh,
details,
okay.
all the
Did I
details
also
and everything like that.
did they also can I also mention that on that map they it he wrote down that this Antarctica had like rivers and forests.
Dude,
Yeah, that's that I was I now you mention it
so
was
many people believe that Antarctica is a lost city. Probably not the lost city of Atlantis, right?
Probably not.
But like it's a huge lost civilization. That's what they think Antarctica
Many
is.
people
There's probably like a
it,
bunch of shit over there.
it was probably lost because like there's a theory going around that like there was a giant continental shift that
The
pushed like
Pangea,
Antarctica like really down.
Pangea shit, or like even worse than
Kind of like
Pangea.
that, yeah. Relating to Pangea, yeah, in a way. Because many people believe that like Antarctica used to actually be around like the same level where Argentina used to be. Because that's how like lush forested it was. But then for some reason it just like went down to the South Pole.
Fucking crazy, man. Like
It's really whack.
the amount of conspiracies that make sense and feel like fact is insane to me.
we
Like
never turned.
you would look at a conspiracy theory, right?
Hmm.
If you're a rational person, if you were a rational person, you would look at a conspiracy theory. You would take a step back. You would look at the information that's presented to you, and you'll start to think, does that make sense? You put yourself in the mind of a person who would want that to make sense, or you would put your mind in of a person who would like be extremely skeptical, and be all like, now, how does this benefit me? How does this benefit the person who like quote unquote created the conspiracy? How does this benefit like the society at the time and blank? And if everything aligns perfectly, some conspiracy theories are just like too perfect. They're like right on. And that's what makes me insane at the fact that we don't know that.
Remember, Percy. Remember, like during the party, mentioned a story about this lady that was pregnant.
Go on.
right? And the plane is taking like a 10 hour, right? 10 hour 10 hour travel, right? The two from Los Angeles to somewhere else. But at the time, during halfway, maybe like three hours in it, the lady was pregnant. And I remember you told me like the moment that she was pregnant, she her water break.
Go on.
I think the plane just shift, right, and it took less, probably half the time, maybe like an hour, and just getting to that
Are
the
you
destination.
are you talking about the where like are you talking about that Shane Dawson clip where the lady's water broke and
Yeah, yeah,
they
that's the
were
one I'm talking
heading
about.
they were heading to the
I
Philippines and ended up in Alaska, and how you put it
I
on the
I
how you put it on the
I think
road
that's
map
I
that
think
makes
that
no
was it.
sense.
Yeah, yeah, I think that was it.
That's the one that you were talking about.
Philippines to Alaska. Yeah, how quick it was, right? Was it, or it was like a different place, two different destination. Maybe I'm messing up. I'm sorry, I messed up that one. Two different destinations, and it makes you,
You're talking about a flat Earth. That's what you're talking about.
yeah. Maybe, yeah. It makes you wonder like, how did that go to there?
Did you see Did you see how crazy? Did you see that funny video of the flat Earth guy? Like he's a really well-known flat Earth dude, and he's all like, he made an experiment to make sure the Earth was flat, and he said, if this experiment fails, it will disprove everything I believe in, and the Earth is round. And it was it was documented. They did the thing, and they're all like, "Oh, well, I'm wrong." Like it was all live. Like it was all live. I think it's I think it's one of those documentaries that you can watch on Netflix or on YouTube. I'll try and find it.
Is this a
But
guy that just he
but
gets
he
like the little
disproved
moving thing?
he disproved his
Like,
own theory. He's all like, if this is wrong and if this light source touches this or blah blah blah, that means the Earth is not flat and the Earth is round. And he's all like, but that would never happen because the Earth is round. Is the Earth is flat. And fucking camera, every like I was like so psyched up. I was all like, "Ooh, is this gonna go well? Is this gonna go wrong?" And then it goes wrong for him, and he's all like, "That's not supposed to happen." And you see his face turn from like cocky guy into like he realized he was wrong the entire time.
Yo, Percy, this is him.
He
I'm
realized
sending an image.
he realized he was like, dude, that's exactly how he looked like. He was so done with his life. That's exactly how he would look. He was all like, I fucked up. I have to apologize to these people that I've like talked down to.
oh,
Wouldn't you like if you were wrong in a situation? Wouldn't you apologize?
Yeah,
yeah,
I would. Yeah,
I'm not gonna be a dick about it. I mean, if people are, then
because
sure,
I've
how you
rarely
take
proven
saw your own
wrong on the
pride,
spot.
but like I'll take my own pride and say, yeah, I guess I am wrong. You know,
Mhm.
Some people just like don't want to prove that they're wrong at any time.
like there, like remember you were trying to prove me wrong, and like tell me that's not right. I was like, oh, okay, I guess you're right. I seen it.
Sometimes
I searched it out myself. Look, I searched it out myself.
just
I
to make
seen
sure.
it. You're right. Then just say.
Like you're right,
But
I'm wrong. Yeah, we can clear this up over this and that, and then that's it. All right, I think we have to wrap this up because we're heading on the we're heading on the 2 hour mark. So
really, how
Mm.
long have you been doing this?
we've been all right. It's past it's almost an hour and 50 minutes. We're almost at the 2 hour mark.
Shit,
But yeah, we've been talking for a
that was
good
a pretty
time.
good discussion. Huh?
It was like
Yeah.
it was a good podcast. Thank you all who were listening. Thank you Isayo. Thank
Thank
you
you for
Tuan.
staying with us.
Thank you
Yeah,
Isayo. Thank you Tuan. All right,
no
everything's
You're
been good.
welcome.
problem.
All right, I'm gonna end the podcast. I'll probably
All right.
do when would you guys be down for another podcast? I'll I'll probably post it in like a couple of days, like another podcast. But yeah,
True. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna discuss some more.
all right.
Yeah, we can discuss it like
I mean, we can leave up with
after.
that. You know, world
Uh,
theories.